up, party people? This is comedian Ron G, and welcome to the Comedy Pop-Up Podcast with your host, myself, comedian Ron G. Today is a very special day. I'm glad to be back in the country. I was on vacation, and I have two of my really good friends in comedy, man. I'm very glad they had time to stop by. I'm glad one of them actually added us to the schedule and really showed up this time. This fool was an hour away when he was supposed to be here. Anyway, I actually met him. He was the winner of the NBC Stand Up for Diversity. He did it for the Asians. He was on Tosh.0, Arsenio Hall. He was on Dr. Ken, and he's from South Korea. Ladies and gentlemen, show some love for Kevin Shea. Hey. I'm glad you can make it, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I just, he texted me, Nick, the guy who's one of the founders of Pop-Up, texted me yesterday.
He's the founder.
The founder. Yeah. Oh, the founder. He texted me, yesterday?
Yeah.
2 days ago. He said, can you make it? I go, fuck, when?
Yeah.
And where?
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'm in Koreatown. I'm like, I could do that. I just moved down the street like 3 weeks ago.
You live in Koreatown?
Yeah, I live
How funny
less
is that?
than half of a mile. I love it.
That's like me moving to Inglewood.
Yeah, I fucking love it. I love
Gotta be
it.
around my people.
Because here's the thing. I grew up in Pennsylvania, so I didn't have this
What city
shit.
in Pennsylvania?
Bethlehem. Do you know?
Oh my God!
You've had
Is that near Wilkes-Barre?
It's an hour, but you've done Lehigh or Moravian.
Is that a college?
2 colleges. So I figure
I've done like all those schools. I did like all those
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
There's tons. So Bethlehem's a tiny.
Yeah.
I mean, tiny people.
A Korean man was born in Bethlehem?
No.
Freaking hilarious.
No, man, I'm adopted. I'm adopted, and I was born in Korea.
But that's even more special.
But you have an amusement park in Bethlehem, Dorney Park.
Yeah, how the fuck do you know that?
I know that because we used to drive through there to get to New Jersey. And I'd be like, oh shit, it's the Hercules. I love that roller coaster.
It's the town over in Allentown, and what's funny?
Allentown, Pennsylvania. Yeah,
Allentown,
absolutely.
yes.
Yeah.
So everyone always says, hey man, you know Dorney Park? I'm like, what the fuck?
That's
like,
so
how
funny.
am I known for a park?
I'm just still flattered that is an Asian guy born in Bethlehem. That just sounds so biblical. You can't write that.
He wasn't born in Bethlehem.
I was born in Korea, and then I was adopted.
All right, cool. All right. Okay, cool. All right.
Just glazed over.
It just sounds like born in Bethlehem.
I heard it loud and clear.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you.
You were like, yo,
The mean streets of Bethlehem. The mean streets of Bethlehem. All right, cool. So also in the studio, man, I'm very glad my buddy's here, man. I've known you for such a long time. And I've had a chance to watch you grow, man. It's a pleasure to watch you grow and become who you are, dude.
Thank you.
This man is he's the creator of the goddamn Comedy Jam and executive producer. He's also a voice on Bill Burr's F is for Family, and he was a PA on Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah, that was the first job I had in LA. Yeah.
It's all good, man. Ladies and gentlemen, show some love for Josh Adams, everybody.
Yeah, man. I just want to say the funniest thing so far in the podcast is when you were like, all right, man, so I'm here with some, and then before you were like, should I say best friends, close friends? You were like, some really good friends. Like, you literally were like, what?
But in comedy, it's like you're around people, and like I consider us friends. We don't talk all the time, but I consider us friends.
100%. No, but that was
Dude,
perfect.
You know I got your back.
I know that.
You know I got your back.
And I love
When was
you
the last time I saw you was at the Laser Cat?
Yes, but for a moment, you showed up, you looked fly. I feel like you had a fly woman around you.
That was my fiance.
It's your fiance.
Fiance.
Yes. And then you just were like, all right, I'm out. And then it was like we never exchanged words, but there were looks. And then there
we
were, like,
looked,
head
we
nods,
nodded.
And then you were out.
Yeah, you had something bad with you too, I think.
No, I did. I never had that.
Okay, all right, I don't want to throw you under the bus. All right,
it's
cool.
all good.
But this is the thing, man. I've known you for a while, and even though we don't hang out, like I always got your back because like I'm real big on energy. Like around being a comedian, you meet thousands of people during the week, and you have a split second to decide what kind of person they are. You know what I'm saying? So what? We upgraded the Gatorade? Is what we doing? Is that the official sponsor of the CPU podcast? No? Cool. All right. But I had a chance to hang out. Like every time I'm around you, you always give me good vibes, man. Again, like I've seen you go through tragedy, and you're up and down, and like your energy has always been the same, and I'm very grateful for that. Even when you had your show, like you asked me to be on it, I think I was like booked to do something else, but you still asked me. So I consider us friends.
Well, I think it also, the underlying factor was that we met through another good friend of ours, Byron Bowers.
Talk to him today.
Yeah.
Shout out to Byron Bowers. He's on the show The Shy.
Byron Bowers basically was the catalyst that brought us together.
The liaison.
Yeah, he was the liaison, and it's kind of like Byron's such a good person. I think when he introduces two people, it's just we click.
Yeah, Byron's my bro, man. He slept on my floor for like a year. He's and to watch him go from sleeping on the floor to like
he's
being on a TV show and he's pitching pilots now.
Yeah,
Byron is dope.
Fantastic, dude.
Yeah, and Shay, we met doing the NBC.
How the fuck does Byron always have a Porsche and he's sleeping on your floor.
No.
It's an 81, but it's nice.
Oh, okay.
That's dead. When he lived on Ron's floor, he had the souped up Prelude.
Prelude, yeah.
He had the Prelude.
Yeah.
Then he bought the Porsche, and here's the funniest story about the Porsche. So
Yeah.
the Prelude got hit, and I used to live, when we were talking about it, I used to live on Plymouth and Wilshire.
Okay.
And he calls me. He's like, yo, man, go wait outside. I got a new car I'm about to show you. And like, I walk outside with my dogs, and from like, you could hear it sounded like from 5 miles away. It was just
The douchey muffler on it.
dude, just the loudest car. And then that motherfucker drove up in the most beat up old ass, not a 911, the other one, 944.
The ones that look like a Beetle.
It was a 910.
Yeah, it was,
yeah, it looks like a Beetle.
He pulled up in a
Yeah.
910.
it was a -9. and then it got in, and he was like, and we drove around in it. I mean, it's so fucked up. And he was trying to like make a 3-point
No
turn.
power steering.
And I have never seen anybody.
just struggle.
It was literally like he was opening up a well at the end of Mad Max, just for like people like, come on, you fucker.
How awesome would it have been if you got T-boned, just fucking hit in his
So
brand new
dark.
car. But no, everyone lives. Everyone lives.
Sure.
But,
You're so dumb.
I
Yeah.
love that you had to look at me.
But we actually met during the NBC stand up for the verse, and it's
Yes.
so funny. I feel like our relationship is our silence. Because you and I are always in the same place at the same time. And we have, like, comedians, it's something funny about when something happens on stage and comedians look at each other. You already know it means something. Because we've been to shows and people have been trash, or somebody like, you're like, why are they on this show?
Oh,
and your looks sometimes, like, we have moments like, what is going on?
Yeah,
and you're going to say it and say it. Like,
yeah,
you'll say it with no
I'm just
filter.
kind of a shitty, like,
You
I'm
are.
like curmudgeon. That's my whole thing. I'm
You
a
are
curmudgeon.
1
Translate that. What does that
million.
mean?
I've had to go on before Kevin. I've known Kevin for years, and I'll
Yeah.
go up there and I'll do my fucking like gobbledygook, and I'm a singing and I'm a skeeving,
Scooty poop poop.
being
poop,
myself,
Which is fine.
being myself, and then Kevin goes up there and goes, "What the fuck was that
That's
shit?
him.
This guy's dancing around like tell a fucking joke."
Right.
But
Then you drop
but
your
here's the-
whiskey on the ground.
Here's the thing: is if they, I would never say that. I would never go up on stage and kind of pick and trash someone if they actually had a bad set.
Oh, for sure.
Do you
oh,
know what I mean?
I know, dude.
I
Kev,
wouldn't.
yeah.
Kind of. If
Kev,
if I
don't do
didn't,
that. Don't do that right
all
now.
right,
You're
I'm lying. I'm lying.
I know
I'm
you're
lying.
lying.
I'm lying. I would, but if I here's the thing. Most of the time, it's someone I know.
Yes.
It has to be someone I know.
Yeah.
Because if it's someone brand new.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way. I was on the road, and this
You roasted somebody new?
this middle just fucking ate it, and he didn't say a word to me the entire. You ever on the road in the middle?
Yeah.
He thinks he's better than you.
Of course.
Yeah, and,
Sizing you up.
and they all should. They all should.
Yeah.
But he wants to just fucking make it as hard as possible.
Uh-huh.
And
he
he
didn't.
He didn't.
He didn't.
And I
tried.
And you addressed it.
fucking
You addressed it.
destroyed him. I don't want to mention his name. And after he goes, "Hey man, you got a problem?" I go, "No, just do better."
That's so funny.
Hilarious.
Kev, you know what, bro? I feel like when you actually look how you sound, you're gonna blow up.
Oh, good.
Cause you're gonna make a great old man, like a great
that's
old
the
man
promise.
comic.
I look young.
You look so young and likable.
Do you know I address
so
that? I
likable.
address it now. I address that on stage immediately. I go.
But you sound like an old
Yeah,
man. Everything
I
about
go-
you is an old.
I
You
go,
got
"I
an old black man inside your
apologize."
soul.
I immediately start to show that. I go, "I apologize. I was abandoned as a child. I'm adopted. I shouldn't be here. I should be an engineer at Amazon.
Yeah.
Happy with a free Prime membership." And then it kind of sets the tone. 'Cause
But he got a
you're
chip on
right.
his shoulder like an
You're
old
right.
black man from the civil rights movement.
I
like,
know.
yeah,
Everyone
dude.
says
But
that. I
you're
know.
from
Bethlehem.
Bethlehem, so
Pennsylvania.
it doesn't add up.
It's weird. You gotta figure. You've been to the
And if you were
area.
like super ugly, it would make so much sense.
You have to understand. See, these compliments of like, "Hey, you're good looking," is weird to me. Because as a kid,
Who said you were good looking? We said you look young.
Thank you.
Right.
I'll take
How you
that.
can
I'll
interpret
take
And I
that.
said if you were ugly,
Nobody's
Fair
trying
it
to
would make sense.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
nobody's
I
trying to
look.
fuck
I
you.
look all right. So women now. Will
You're
say, "Oh,
Asian in
cute."
America.
Yes.
You're like the American dream right now.
Now,
Is that
but
what the
now-
dream is?
now.
Yes.
That's the dream.
Not the,
Asian
it's,
one of
not, it's not the.
You have a chance.
What
What am I missing? What am I missing?
It's still being white in America.
I've never
is
seen a
still-
homeless Asian person.
Being
No,
white,
he's saying
being,
it right now.
being
Ever.
white in America is still the
saying it.
best.
It's
It's
still
still
the
the
best.
best.
Don't
It's
get me
still
wrong,
The best.
but I'm saying I've never seen a homeless Asian person ever.
Dude.
If I see a homeless Asian person, I'm making a wish.
If the three of us
Yeah.
walk out of here and go rob that Wells Fargo down the street, regardless
You're-
if I walk
Ron-
out the door
yeah.
first, you
I'm going
get
to jail.
You're
shot first,
fucked. You're
Ron.
fucked.
yes,
then
I was just walking by and I would get shot.
I'll get tased.
I look like I did it.
And then what they'll do is
You get Burger King.
Yeah, but they'll interrogate Kevin.
Because I'm the weak one.
Because they'll think you're the mastermind because you're Asian. They'll be like, this motherfucker, the smart one.
Who sent you?
But I think people realize growing up in Bethlehem as a little one of like 3 Asian kids with white kids that are mean, it fucks with you. That's why I have this curmudgeon.
For sure.
And it sticks with you from when you're a kid.
Oh, that sticks with you?
Yeah, it sticks with you. And then
We're
when
about to have this competitive race struggle.
like where are you from again?
South Carolina, man.
See, you dealt with more
From the
shit.
entire you're
like
my first Asian person. When I got to LA, you're my first Asian person I saw.
Hilarious.
In South Carolina, it's just black and white.
Yeah,
That's
it's
it.
black and white. It's
Mostly white.
It's
They took the flag down last year in South Carolina.
The South is so different because I think
very
there's
different.
2 ways. Tell me if I'm wrong. 2 ways black people go in the South. They either become real angry or real positive. They take that negative energy and take it positive. And it seems like
I'm
you're that
angry,
guy.
but I'm positive.
Oh, you
I'm
hide
both.
it. You hide it.
It's there.
You hide it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think that's the whole thing.
I just talk about white people when I get home. I just don't do it in public. I can't do it in public. I won't eat.
Ron, that's very fucking Hollywood of you. That's very fucking
I'm
Hollywood.
Donald Sterling at home.
Do you know
This white lady did.
I live in one of his buildings. I just moved into one of Donald Sterling's buildings.
She called the police on me for sitting in the McDonald's.
Wait, who?
I'm just playing. It was white people calling the police. It's a thing right now. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
we
what were you saying?
that.
No. I just moved into Donald Sterling's buildings, and I'm like, he's a fucking racist, but he's only racist to non-Koreans. In his building's in Koreatown. This is why he got shit. He won't let non-Koreans live in his building. I was like, he's not so bad.
He's preserving the culture.
I like that.
Yeah, he's not so bad, right?
Yeah, it's not. That's
Yeah.
he's a big Jeremy Lin fan. I heard. Yeah, he loves Jeremy Lin.
So I live with the lady friend. She's white, and she's the only white person in that building. It's
But she got in
all-
on
Did
your
she get dirty
shoulders.
looks?
It's
She
under-
got in on your shoulders.
Yeah, it's all. The name is under my.
You remind
lease
her
and
every
yeah.
chance you get, like, hey, look, you wouldn't even be in this building if it weren't for me, so tighten up.
Yeah. I would say that shit if she wasn't paying more.
Okay, I'll shut up.
Yeah.
You're like trying to make sure she doesn't get called out. You're like, honey, go, grab the nunchucks and put on a gi before.
But
you
is
go
it a
out to
thing?
walk
Because
the
I always
dog.
wondered. I feel like most like in Asian culture, your parents force you to have like 5 career choices. And so because you don't have that.
I think you keep forgetting that I keep saying I'm adopted.
No, I know that. I know that. I'm saying like that's the benefit of not having that pressure. Right. A lot of my friends that are like first generation, like my girl's first generation. You know what I'm saying? But she's from Africa, but her parents like really only want her.
They're really strict.
It's very rigid.
They're it's almost to a point where I see certain Korean guys. My fan base, the bit I do have is always nerdy Korean guys.
Yeah.
They're
You're
like
killing Irvine, dude.
what they say.
Killing Irvine.
They go because they say, "Oh, you get to say what I wanted to say."
Sure.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
right,
what they're
right.
thinking because they don't. Their culture's
You don't have
very
that
rigid.
same filter, which is awesome.
No, I have no filter.
Yeah.
I have no filter.
Which is awesome.
Sometimes it's bad though. Like
You're a hero at UCLA. It's the coolest Asian guy ever. Oh my God, he didn't have to study like I did.
No, there's KT Tatara. He's much cooler.
Oh, KT's, but he's half white though, right?
He is half
and it's
white.
like you could look. It's like Steve Byrne, him. It's like they walk in both worlds.
Do you
where
know,
it's like they
do you know
can-
what's interesting about those two guys?
What?
They won't. It doesn't seem like it because I'm more abrupt with
Mm-hmm.
my act, and I kind of. Those two guys are angry. Steve Byrne and KT, like if you don't know them, they have that like
absolutely.
kind of like
Sure.
you where they hold it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I just know where to place it. Yeah.
Like,
I think all comedians are a bit angry,
Yeah.
but we don't know it. Like most people don't know it.
I mean, I feel like that's because it's not so much anger; it's just point of view. And when you were saying it was such like directness to the audience, it might come out and be perceived as anger. But I'm not angry about most stuff, but it's just the way.
But I still think because
I'm
we have a-
passionate, so it's like when I say something, it's like
We
you know
still
what I mean?
all have a chip because I feel like
Yeah, you have to have
we
a
have
chip.
a voice to say it out loud. Most people never say it out loud
Yes.
because
Oh.
they don't have the option. Like even me, like I realized being a black man, an entertainer, an actor, and a comedian, the amount of rejection I go through, I don't even process sometimes like how
you're
that,
numb,
that
dude.
weight on my shoulders.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You're probably. I mean, it's well. I feel like
It's a chip there. I know it is.
Well, to be in LA and working as an entertainer in any facet
Yeah.
is 100%. You have to just be like, okay, and just let shit slide. But so I couldn't even imagine what it's like to be black on top of that because I'm
Yeah.
Jewish and most people don't know that. But if they did, they'd
Yeah.
hate on me equally.
You don't look Jewy though.
No, I don't.
No,
Thank God.
you don't look Jewish at all.
Thank God.
You look. I was
Wait, hold on. I'm 38. 5 more years from now, I'm going to look like Judd Hirsch from Independence Day. I'm just going to be old.
That's
my back's
funny.
going to be humped. Ear hair.
I always say Josh looks like the little version of Negan from The Walking Dead.
That's one of my
You're
jokes right
so
now.
Oh, you do?
dumb.
Is that?
That's what I say.
That's
I say.
funny.
But doesn't he? He looks like a
need a
shorter
leather coat-
version.
a leather coat in the back?
Yeah, man.
I
That's
say
a compliment.
I know. I'll take it. Jeffrey Dean Morgan's good.
Yeah.
But I say on stage, I go, this is what happens when you snort OxyContin for 10 years. You turn into Negan from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And it leads into a whole
Yeah.
bunch
God,
of
do
other
you
stuff.
miss the drugs? Like,
Actually, I just hit 2 years off of hard drugs yesterday.
Man, if you don't press that button, Paul, I know you over there on Candy Crush. Press the button.
That motherfucker's balls.
Why is your
deep
computer
in
sitting up
Word
like that?
Finder.
This is what we doing. You got to sit up like a Bible. What are you doing?
He's trying to post to the gram,
Okay, press,
dude.
that's 2 years sober, man. Give him some love.
Not sober, off of hard drugs.
that's good.
Okay.
I don't
That's-
drink. I haven't drank in a. There it is. That's
Really?
the-
That's the creepy. You love doing the kids button. You
What
don't
am I?
have to,
Am I a
Do you know?
camp
Do you know
counselor?
that
Like,
reminds me of The Wall. The
we
Wall from
don't
fucking Pink
need
Floyd.
no
Yeah, yeah.
OxyContin.
Wait, are you high now?
Am I high right now? No.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
No, I can't. I was. So here's the deal. Like I've been off of. I haven't drank in 11 years.
Congrats.
And then, thank you very much. It's 3 DUIs. It's not like I wanted to stop. I had to. It was
Yeah.
like I'm gonna go to jail.
Right.
And I got dreams. So I stopped that. Moved to
3 is a
LA.
lot.
It is. But,
One
but
is a lot.
One is a lot, but I didn't have Uber when I was drinking. You know,
Do you-
I
do you
probably-
see the
I probably
excuses
still
here?
have- Listen,
Right.
I'm not
This
saying
is-
not saying I'd be DUI free.
privilege.
Even with Uber, I probably still have 2 DUIs. I'm not gonna lie. It's fun to drink and drive, but let's be honest here, people.
Yeah.
But then I got, you know, we had the car accident a long time ago, and I got hooked on stuff. Then I got sober off of that, and then as the career started taking off, I started having like vocal cord issues, and then the doctors were like offering me painkillers.
That's why your voice is so raspy.
Well, I'd have vocal cord surgery.
Jesus.
Really?
Well, it was because it was mostly I just blew them out from doing the goddamn comedy jam. I was singing. I wasn't singing properly. I was like screaming, and I was pushing it more than I was like
Singing from your
controlling
throat.
it. Yeah, I was singing. Well, not such. I wasn't doing
Singing from a broken place.
Yes. So it just sounds. It's the name of my first comedy record, by the way, guys. You can buy it at jmo.com.
Singing from my poverty. Well, I had to make it.
But so then as that was blowing up and my career was taking off, I think it was just like, I have one of those minds that I finally be able to overcome, which is like, I never felt like I deserved the shit that I was getting. Like even probably
Funny, you and y'all both said
Go
that.
ahead, Kevin. Go ahead. I'm having a goddamn Oprah moment.
All right,
so
all
I'm
right. I'll
coming.
let you have it. He got,
Y'all
he beat
both
me
said the same
to it.
thing.
I looked right at him.
He beat me to it.
So funny.
People get, but see, that's the thing is that like I just was like, because I always looked at it like Angelo would deserve, you know, what I'm getting is what Angelo should have gotten.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now try to shit on that, Kev.
I don't understand why you do that. You guys are very different comedians.
It's not that. It's just that it's one of those things that when you know somebody dies, somebody lives. You know, you have guilt, and it's one of those things. And it's like now,
You know what's weird is this is going to sound really positive. You deserved your own shit.
completely,
Yes.
and
You know-
I know that
Yeah.
now. But as you're like. The show is starting to perform at like we're selling out every night. We're playing major festivals, and then all the industry's coming and they're like making offers. And then with the throat problems, I just started getting back onto painkillers,
Oh,
and then it was
shit.
just like exacerbated because now I have
Yeah.
money. And so then it was about 2 years ago we were getting ready to shoot the TV show, and I was just like, I went to DC and it got way out of hand, and then I just came back and stopped, and then started to do everything in my
Was it
power.
that easy? You made it sound so easy.
It was like it's work. It's always work, but it's one. I can tell you the truth. One of the best things about the drugs that I took is that so many people have died from them, and that's all
the
you
best
see.
thing?
That's all you see on the news is like
Of course.
opiates are killing at this rate,
Yeah.
and that made me say to myself, "It's like I can't."
Painkillers
That's
are
me.
undefeated.
They're undefeated.
What?
And then I moved into an apartment, best apartment I've had here in Los Angeles. Like I love this apartment. It's up in the hills. And the guy that lived there before me overdosed on heroin and died in there.
What?
Did you get a deal?
Oh, 100%. She tried to. Actually, I got $400 off a month.
Shut the fuck. See? That's
and
the
she
best.
said it to me like when the way she set it up. I go, wow, how is this so cheap? And she goes, well, and Shane, the last guy that lived here, overdosed on heroin.
She said his name?
Yeah, she said his name. And I looked,
You can look it up.
and she
You can probably
goes,
look
she
it
goes,
up.
she goes, so Shane died in here. Is that going to be a problem? And I look at her and I go,
Did Shane get these
is there
blondes too?
laundry on site? Because I could give
It's
a fuck.
it's amazing how Shane, the ghost of Shane, just watches you masturbate. Just-
Right.
He's a heroin ghost. He's asleep
Right.
on the couch. What's he going to do? Like, what can he do?
Why
He's
is this
like,
pill on the counter?
But the drugs
I
thing,
see you, Shane. Stop
yeah,
playing, sir.
It seems like the drugs thing and the music thing and losing your voice thing all worked out because the raspy thing works.
well, actually, it's
Bro,
funny.
your voice is very distinct.
Yeah, I don't know you.
You should be doing voiceovers.
Besides this,
And I am.
yeah.
I'm doing a lot.
Okay, good.
I do a lot of voiceover. That's been my bread and butter more than anything over the
Yeah.
last few years. But it's like,
I
listen,
feel like you kind of always sound like that, though.
I did, but
You
it was
sound like
just
you
a
chew
matter
cigarettes or something.
of, no, I sound like a garbage disposal.
He chews cigarettes.
A cigar. You just chew cigars or something.
I
Are
actually-
you gonna like that? Like, no,
No,
just
I don't.
chewing
Dude,
on it.
I got my SAG card playing dirt in a Swiffer commercial. You think I give a fuck about how bad my voice sounds?
No,
I
it
mean,
sounds
it's
good,
man.
It sounds good. I
Dude,
like it.
anytime they need like a disgusting, like, yeah, because we had somebody play mucus in this Sudafed commercial. I'm like, yeah, that's me. That's me. Cold and flu season's here. Yeah. Like, that's me. So I'll take that shit to
No,
the
it's fucking
grave.
great. Why? It's in this business, you got to be either weird
Well,
or like
you know-
super cool.
Yes,
it's one or the other.
And the way that you were talking about, and then you were talking about, is this that the three of us are such different people, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like to be an Asian comic, but to not. Fuck with that. You just had, you were saying you're a curmudgeon and just growing up in America and your experiences. And then you, Ron, as being, a black comic from
Yeah.
South Carolina, but you also are one of the cleanest, most funniest dudes I know.
Thank you, bro.
Compared to like some of the other black comics that might be going up there or
Yeah.
any regular comics. And
Yeah.
then me, it's like, I just, look the way that I am and I'm sensitive. And it's like, you have to just kind of accept what you are. And once they don't give a fuck about your jokes, they give a
Right.
fuck about
What you bring,
The
yeah.
audience wants to see Ron G. They don't care what's coming out of your mouth. You win them over with
Yeah.
your personality. So just embrace that shit.
And the dope part about everything we're talking about, we always talking about the things that make us like not perfect and the
Yeah.
ugly parts of us, but it makes us money.
Oh, for sure. Dude,
Yeah, because your whole thing is you being adopted and being grumpy. Like that's your whole thing, and it
yeah,
works.
it's great.
Yeah,
It's great. I love it.
yeah.
I
the
think
nation's top grump comedian. Give it up.
It's
for
funny.
Kevin
Grumps of
Shea.
Comedy Tour.
The Grumps of
The
Comedy.
Grumps of Comedy Tour.
It's just you and
It's-
Brian Holtzman.
I think it's funny
I hate
because
comedy.
when you see young guys and there's that first 5 years is you love it. You just love being on that stage. You know what I mean? You just love it. And then the years 5 through 10, you think you're the best. You just think, and
Sure.
everyone goes through that like, oh, you have like 20 minutes. If
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And then years 10 through 15, I've been doing it a long time. I'm sure you've been doing
Yeah,
it a
yeah,
long-
absolutely, yeah.
10 through 15, you either have success or you go through the, like, why am I not successful? And then
Yeah.
and then once you
Yeah.
pass 15, you're like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
Yeah.
There's
This-
no fallback plan.
yeah. There's none. And then you realize, why am I trying so hard on stage when I just have had it the entire time?
Sure.
It's
Yeah.
like a weird. I think people grow into their acts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you
That's
like,
what I say. When you start getting a little gray, bro, like you gray your hair right now, dude.
This is the greatest
You gonna
thing
take
I've
off.
ever done. This
It's-
is, this is
You
the
gonna take
most.
off.
This me letting
you're
my gray
kidding.
hair out
Yeah.
because I've been coloring my beard since 2012. Me, that's the most freeing shit I can do in this town. This is like me giving the
You
middle
think it's stress,
finger.
man?
It's well, it was yes.
A little stress?
I saw a ghost, dude. I saw
Okay.
a ghost.
Okay, all
My
right.
ex-girlfriend Brittany showed up. No,
It's
I.
hilarious.
Shang.
No, well, here's the thing is I started going gradually gray and then the accident happened and then my beard went completely gray within
Yeah.
like 2 months. And
Yeah.
then I started coloring it. And then you're like hiding behind that so you can seem younger because
could-
that's what the fuck LA's
I
about.
could see you sitting there coloring your beard.
Dude, I was good at it,
The
dude.
toothbrush was
It's
used.
just so weird.
No, you
No,
buy
they-
the Just for Men.
Yeah, they
you
have a
buy
little comb.
Was it comb or
dark,
brush?
dark brown because you can't buy jet black because that's what the black dudes use. And I used to use it, and I looked like Luther Vandross on the face,
I think
but like a tight shape up. But
it's amazing that your facial hairs. I can't really do
fantastic,
that. Like
dude.
I
Your
can't
little-
do
The fact
it.
that you don't
Yeah.
have a beard?
I can't do that.
your little sunny cheek
Why not? What
beard
happened?
is the shit,
It just
dude.
it gets very sporadic. It looks like It looks like
You're already a rebel, man. You should get one.
I
People-
can't.
Asian man with a beard?
I'm telling you, I cannot. I look like a wet cat.
He runs. If he ever runs, wears like a Reservoir Dog suit. They're like, is that motherfucker from the Crazy '88 from Kill Bill?
Do you know? Remember that Magnet game as a kid? You would
yes.
That's what I look like. Yes, it's just very straight out. Like
He's got
you-
an Asian Keanu Reeves beard.
Like
know
you
what I mean?
guys,
Patchy.
you have a good look. Like
you. It's-
right now,
I'm on an internship right now. I'm trying.
You
This is
don't
the
need
most.
it. You're
This is the
a
most
good
beard
guy.
I've ever had.
Do you know I googled once black guys without beards because I don't know black guys without facial hair, and Google fucking corrected me and said, "Do you mean black guys with facial hair?" Because I don't know too many black guys without facial hair.
It's a thing in the hood, though.
What do you mean
Like it's an
without?
ongoing joke in the hood where you don't trust a black man without a mustache.
Well,
Oh, see?
don't
Like it's a thing.
If you shave, don't a lot of black guys get like razor burn? Isn't that
so funny. They have,
That's
it's because our hair doesn't grow out; it curls, so it goes
curls,
back in
yeah.
your face,
So,
and you
yeah,
get
yeah.
razor
So,
bumps.
yeah.
Something you will never have to deal with.
What's funny is though it's a thing because besides famous people,
That's why I don't like growing my face out because it's itchy under here.
I see him turning.
Besides-
You see him turning? You see the curls?
I see
besides,
goatees.
besides like famous people, seriously, how many black guys do you know without facial hair?
I know none. I mean,
They're military.
Okay.
Outside of that, normal.
no,
nah.
it's hard. Like Denzel is the only one I can think of actually on screen too.
even
Yeah.
Ben Carson has facial hair, right?
He's-
Yes,
Yeah,
he does.
He
Yeah.
But Obama didn't. Obama did not.
If
But
I
he
see him with a
also-
goatee, I'll be so excited.
I
he also
I
had
don't
some
think.
white in him,
I don't
right?
think. Do presidents have besides anything from past 1960?
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Matter of fact, seeing a politician with a beard is weird.
It is. It's very rare.
I'm trying to think right
Like
now.
politicians and doctors with beards are always weird.
Wolf Blitzer, technically, he's not a politician.
No, but he
Because if my primary care physician had the James Harden beard, I would be like, no, I'm gonna find somebody else. I don't trust what you're doing right now. I will not cough. I'm putting my pants
I'm
back
gonna
on.
go find a different
Yeah,
podiatrist.
you got the
right
James
now.
Harden beard, got a little scruff. And he had your voice too. So I'm gonna need you to take your pants off, and then I'm gonna need you to cough. I'm gonna need you to cough right here, right here.
Excuse me.
I hate to
Excuse
tell
me.
you, Ron, but it's malignant. Oh God, damn!
It's so funny.
When is this beard shit gonna go away? This trend?
Never.
I don't know.
I don't think it ever will.
You don't think it's here to stay? Well, you don't really have it. That's like cut. That's facial hair. Beards. I don't like that long beard.
So you don't like the James Harden? Santa
I
Claus.
think it's fucking stupid. I think you.
Well,
look-
I think James Harden is now keeping it that long because
'Cause
that's
his-
This is logo. This is brand.
I,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I think Adidas was like, we just gave you $100 million. You have to keep the beard.
Yeah, absolutely.
'cause
Oh,
have
he
you-
would look weird.
Have you seen him without it?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's
The side by
weird.
yeah,
I've
he's
seen
a
that.
creepy face.
He's missing lips. It's
Yeah.
fucking weird. I don't fucking.
He didn't have teeth.
Yeah,
No teeth or nothing.
like
It's all
if you
beard.
shaved your shit, I'd be like, what the fuck?
I just look a little bit younger. I look like 5 minutes younger. That's what I look.
5 minutes. So
Maybe
listen, man.
months.
I feel like everybody here has been doing comedy over 10 years. At least.
I'm hitting 10 August 1st. It's really at this point 10 years, but I always say August 1st, 2008 was when I officially dedicated my life to it. But I started. But what I'm saying is I did a handful of open mics prior to that. But
Yeah.
when I met Gerard and Angelo and Byron, that was
Yeah.
when I was like, now I got my crew, and now
Yeah.
that's all I did from that point on. For the next 3 years, I think I did an open mic or a
He
show.
was
every
like the
night.
Joe.
Is it
he was
weird-
the Joe Pesci of that crew.
The Joe Pesci?
From, like,
I was,
Lethal
dude.
Weapon?
Every
Yeah.
single one of them had their comedic voice, and
Yeah.
I was just up there
trying to figure it out?
doing what Kevin said, doing shucking and jiving, and a squiggly do and a squiggly dee, singing like the DuckTales theme song and stupid shit, doing the
So
shitty
funny.
ostrich impersonation. Oh my god, it was.
So is it weird watching the evolution of comedy since we've been in LA? I got here like
man.
in 05, like
It's crazy.
because
What do you
I remember
mean?
everybody going to Marty's. I don't know if you went to Marty's.
I
but-
never was a Marty's guy. I've done it. Many
But like just going to
times,
Marty's
but
and open
yeah.
mics and grinding that thing out. But now it's like we in a time where just doing stand up is not enough. Like you're EPing on a TV show, you came up with your own show, you're
Yeah.
traveling the world doing cool stuff, and it's like
Well, you know what? It's funny. You were talking about
Like, doing
Kevin,
just stand-up is not enough anymore.
But Kev, you were talking about this, and you said when you do the first 5 years, you think you're the shit, and then 5 through 10 is like when I forget what that section was.
5 through 10 is when you think
you
you're
think
the
you're
best.
yeah.
Oh, 5 through 10 is when you think you're the best.
Yeah.
The first 5 years.
The 5 through 10, you become like kind of a comedy police. Like you
You
judge
listen
every-
more,
yeah,
you judge.
That's dumb. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So my first
Premise is whack.
My first
Premise is trash.
my first 2 years when I was hanging out with Gerard and Ange, and these are guys that already had like just a voice, like immediately. And I was learning in my head as I was bombing, I kept saying to myself, I was like, I know how good I'm going to be. I just need to keep doing it and keep doing it. And then when I hit 5, that was when I started getting breaks. That was when I started getting into some festivals. That's when I got new faces. But then it immediately stopped. And I feel like for me, and I think for a lot of people, is they get to a point where they like, I don't know what to do anymore with stand-up. Because just like you said, doing stand-up, unless you are that golden child, like it's hard to break.
Yeah.
So when I got to that place in my career where I was like, I don't know what to do anymore, that's when I created something. And I wasn't aiming for all the shit I got. I was aiming for, I'm gonna be in LA, but once a month I'm gonna have something fun to do that I like, that I care about, and that is
I'm
what
sing from my throat and ruin it,
and ruin my chords, sound even more mucusy. But that's what, and it's like, and I've had these places a few times in my career, but it's like the fact that I acted. Now, I never thought that podcasts would be a huge way for us to reach our audience. And really, I mean, there are comics that are relevant. They're not even doing spots, but they're still relevant because of the podcast.
Absolutely.
Or because of, their appearances on this web show or whatever. It's like there are so many avenues now for us to grow. And it's mind-blowing about how much control we have now compared to when I started, when JFL was the gatekeeper, when Tommy at the Comedy Store was the gatekeeper, and Eric
or getting a late night performance.
It's like, dude, it's like you can do. There are people that are making way more money than all of us.
You don't have to be in LA anymore.
100%.
You don't have to depend on networks. Granted, I'm old school. I love network stuff. Like I would love
getting the holding deal.
Yeah, getting the holding deal.
Shout out to Freeform.
I like TV. I still like TV. But internet is now like Netflix is TV. But I think I've been doing it so fucking long.
Yeah.
I just like stand up.
I love it.
Like I
love it.
But I also went through a phase where I hated it. I'd be lying. I'd be lying.
What did it feel like when you hated comedy?
Oh God, I was just like, what? Why the fuck?
Like, what was missing?
Also, there was a lot of other stuff going on.
You don't want to share that?
I was doing a lot of coke, tons of coke, right? A lot of drinking.
Proud sponsor of Comedy Pop-Up, cocaine,
y'all. So it's
cocaine and Gatorade.
And what it was is I got lazy. I got lazy. There was that chunk where I had a bunch of money. And then I was just like, and then I didn't feel like going out. The road will fucking kill you. You gotta be able to. You have to do the road to be a good comic.
Yeah,
you have to do it. You can't just be in LA. But I got sick of it. I got sick. I got like shingles, and I was like, fuck this. I'm just gonna
on the road.
Yeah, I got.
You're saying about hating it being on the road. It's like,
and that's every comic's dream.
That's every comic's dream. But what we need to do is, we were at a festival once. We had just done 3 festivals in a row.
You hadn't been back to LA. Too, though. I want to hear about the shingles.
But like you just like there was another guy that's a part of my show that while I'm depressed, I'm like, God, I just want to get home. And he's hardly out on the festivals with us, and he just stops and he goes, "Can you believe? Look where we are." He's like, we're in Austin, Texas with all these great comedians. Like, and that's what we need. We forget when we've been out on the road for so long is that we need to stop and go, look where I am. Look what my craft has taken me to. My talent has taken me to this town. But it's still
comedians never smell the roses though. That's just part of like we always want more. Always.
But you have to be present. You have to just look where your feet are standing and be like, yo, like this is dope.
I mean, that works for you. I mean, I think
that's all I got.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, in general, everyone needs to keep grounded in a sense like, yeah, all right, I'm at a festival. It doesn't mean, festivals are right, to me.
But you don't like nothing, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's the thing. I like being on that stage. That's the thing I love the most.
Yeah.
I like being on that stage. I don't care. Like, I don't have to hobnob. I'm bad at that. I'm bad at networking.
With the mingling?
I've gotten worse at it. I used to be much better. Now I'm picking and choosing. I was like, I'm going to be polite. And now when I'm annoyed.
Does it hurt?
No. I don't. Because now I make a definitive choice. I'm like, I want to be polite. And then when I don't want to be polite, instead of saying something, I just walk away.
Yeah.
That's the trick for me.
Yeah.
I just disappear. They're like, where'd Kevin go? Oh, he's fucking
And sometimes you can be ahead of your time, man. I know a couple of comics like they have a certain specific niche that doesn't work when they first get started.
Yes.
And later on they come into, that's why I said when you get older and you look like how you sound.
Like Louis C.K.?
Yeah.
Louis was
I
always
used to tell
Louis.
Byron that. Byron's like my boy, man. And Byron has such a unique point of view that I feel like he's one of those people, once he blow up, like people gonna love him. Like they gonna love him far past what he can even understand, because his voice was so specific for that time. It's almost like what MC Hammer was. MC Hammer was the first commercial rapper ever.
Yeah, ever.
And he got pissed on for even like being so dope ahead of his time, and now every rapper wants to be commercial.
Yeah, everyone,
with a shoe deal
that's
and
what I'm saying.
cereal. Like he was just ahead of his time.
Yeah, I agree.
It's kind of weird. Like I got the shingles in the middle of that college store.
Yeah.
I fucking right on my forehead. I fucking.
But college tours
they
make
suck.
you like that.
They suck.
I had a meltdown too.
Oh
on the
God,
road.
you just
I had a meltdown.
Yeah, you're just like, why am I fucking
Them nooner
doing
shows?
It? Yeah, and you're just like,
They come for free pizza.
This isn't.
So they're not. Yeah,
this
they're not
isn't
even
the audience. Like this is college people will love all of us, but not these fucking dorks coming to the show.
Yeah.
Because these are the dorks that don't party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're just and they're very sensitive. And I'm not a very politically correct act.
At all.
And
At all.
Yeah.
And then I get like very moody. So by the middle of the tour, I remember in like fucking somewhere in Vermont, I'm like, I have a pimple. I'm like, I have a bump on my eye. And then I texted my girlfriend at the time. She's like, you're fucking hypochondriac. It's nothing. Next day, I'm like, this doesn't feel right. So I just walked into some clinic. He looked at me for like an instant. He goes, you have shingles.
Oof.
On my face.
I've never
on
seen
my
it before.
fucking
What are you?
face.
Isn't that like something pirates get?
Right. That's scurvy.
That's
scurvy and the shingles.
So it's basically like adult chicken pox. So it was all.
But it comes from stress, right?
It comes from stress after you've had chicken pox. It was all over, blistery, pussy.
Oh, gross.
Dude, it looked like
Oh,
Magic
man,
Johnson sat on my fucking forehead.
Okay, that's a little offensive.
He's 69 your neck.
He's 69 on my neck. So then the doctor said,
Oh, this does look nasty.
dude,
Oh, my goodness.
yep,
Let me
you
see,
see
let
it?
me see.
Yeah,
Oh, my
show.
God.
Just like not the worst picture, but like
No,
one
it's the
that's
worst.
kinda
No,
bad.
just scroll down. That looks terrible.
I'm good. I saw it.
Well, on my
yeah.
forehead. On my
good.
forehead.
I just
You
saw
got
it.
the shingles?
On the fucking forehead. So
They shouldn't even call it shingles. They should call it
That's God.
Star Crunch.
No, they should
That's
call
God
it.
trying to get
Like
you to
Star Crunch.
appreciate.
The Debbie
No,
Cake
no,
Star Crunch.
they should call it AIDS 2. That's how fucking gross it is. So then they
AIDS Junior
yeah,
or
AIDS Junior.
pre-AIDS?
So wait, how long was it on your face, and did you have to perform with it?
They got
on
it in
your
their mouth. Do you have it in your mouth too?
No, just on my.
Tell us about the performance with shingles on your face.
So they. So the doctor goes, you might as well. I said, should I go home? He's like, you might as well make your money. He said that. Just it's not gonna. It does. It's just
like-
gonna stay.
He was like a strip club DJ that I learned from named Murder. He was like, you need to get that money. Get that money.
Yeah, he was just like, you might as well make your money.
He smacked you on the butt on the way out the office.
So for
Did he have a beard?
no.
Okay. all
He's
right.
like, well, you're all the way out here. He's like, you're in
Fuck
Burlington.
that.
Your doctor had a James Harden beard? Now get back to
He
work.
was a nice white old man in somewhere in Vermont. Some just fucking
That's so funny.
clinic.
So, question, man. I always wanted to ask. It's so funny. Like, I had a show one time in like Manhattan Beach. I forgot where it was, but it was a group of Asian comedians
Oh, nice.
talking about what they go through in the industry and how it was one show that was on the air, and they're not even real Koreans or real whatever. And they were like, why didn't they hire a real Korean Asian? And it was like, it sounded so familiar. It sounded like
Oh, okay.
the conversation that most black comedians have watching people on TV stereotype you kind of thing. Is it weird? Because that's how you did the show, The Kims of Comedy. Do
Yeah,
you feel
yeah.
like you're always getting put in a box based on your looks instead of like who you are as a comic? Is that a battle for you as well?
Are we talking about acting or are we talking about stand?
Whatever, because I feel like as a black man, I always have this battle of proving myself. Like, even though I'm a clean comedian, I get lumped into, oh, you're an urban comic. You need to perform on.
Well,
you need to
no,
perform on.
I don't get.
Def Jam night.
And you're the furthest thing from an urban
I know,
comic.
but
You
I'm
are
only
a
seen
comedian.
I'm only seen in a one kind of way.
Can I ask you a question though?
Go ahead.
Why, do you think it's because you host Chocolate Sundays?
Wait, you host Chocolate Sundays?
I do.
Do you- speaking of which, can I get a spot, man? I never done.
Bro, you're my friend. Why would you? You don't have to ask me that.
Of course you can.
I've never done. I've never
I
done
don't
Mo Better,
know.
and I've never done
But
Chocolate
listen,
Sundays.
Chocolate Sundays is like 90% other.
Yeah, it's not.
Is it?
Yes.
It's not,
I've been to
And see, that's the problem. You haven't been there, but I'm saying
no. First of all,
Chocolate
I'm not-
Sundays is 90% other.
I'm not. I am. See, here's the thing: is that I've seen the lineups, and I know that it's not. I mean, you have Vinny Rashada, you have a plethora of different comedians. I won't even call Rel
No, I'm
Battle.
talking about the crowd.
But,
the
for
crowd
sure.
is
Well,
90% other.
Yes, but I mean, but when you like when you're the host of a show that is like
The name
under
is
the
black.
umbrella,
You're
exactly.
thinking of-
That's what I'm saying. Like Mo Betta.
You're
like,
thinking of Mo
gonna
Betta.
think-
But I'm not
thinking of
hosting
Mo
Mo Betta.
But I'm
Mo
just,
Betta's
I'm just,
different.
I am just literally saying that it's like you are a part of one of the biggest urban shows in the history of Los Angeles. You know, Chocolate Sundays, and Pookie has blown this up onto a Showtime series. And this,
Yeah.
what they see is they don't just see Ron G hosting. They see who's the fucking guy that used to do, you know,
Chris
you gotta
Richards?
saute the pussy. That guy.
Oh, hilarious! But that's the thing.
That's a
I've
great
been on last
punchline.
comment.
That's a
I
great
got more
fucking
TV credits.
punchline.
I got more TV credits than the average comedian in my.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do. That's
You know
what I'm saying. But
I'm like, I've always been still put in this box where I have to prove myself. That's why I was asking you.
Oh,
like
yeah.
even when I call clubs, they're like, "Oh, well, you need to perform on this night." I'm like, "No, I want to be
I hope you
during
don't
the
think.
week."
I hope you don't think that I was like accusing you of being an urban
No.
comic. I'm just saying
No.
that why one of the reasons why they would have done that. You know what I mean?
But I'm saying my TV credits should still speak for that.
For sure.
Like I've
Oh.
done Montreal. I have done Montreal.
Yes.
I've done Comedy Central. I've done ABC, NBC. I've got TV credits. I've done, acting and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I'm like, whether you want to say it or not, I still am more accomplished than the average comedian in my class. You know what I'm saying?
100%, yeah.
So again, I have to always prove myself. That's why I was asking you.
I think
do you have to?
we're always gonna get lumped in. I don't have that much.
They make you perform on like
it's not
the
that much.
Asian night refried.
I've done definitely the Asian shows. I'm doing one fucking
But, like,
Friday-
mostly?
Tonight, no, not mostly.
what is the theme? What is it called?
Asian invasion show? At
I
the
know
Laugh
some.
Factory?
Yeah. Knuckle Up
No,
Mondays.
No, they're all stupid.
Take it to the streets Tuesdays.
I remember
I don't know my daddy Thursdays.
they don't.
Gentrification Fridays.
They don't have a lot of Asian shows because there's not a lot of Asian comics.
Knuckle up. What was it? Knuckle up Mondays.
Knuckle Up Mondays.
So I
Knuck
don't.
if you buck Tuesday.
Knuck if you buck Tuesdays.
I don't have to worry about that as much because there's not as many Asian.
What you
comics.
talking about, sucker? Wednesdays. Show you right. Saturdays.
Ramen Noodle Wednesday.
Turn up Thursdays.
The worst was slanted comedy. That one.
Oh my! How racist!
Are you serious?
That is the most racist shit
But-
I've ever heard in my
but-
life.
Most of those nights are like very racist theme.
It's
Gook
racist.
Tuesdays. Come on, guys. Chill out.
It's all. That was just him.
That's
wanted
right,
to say
guys.
gook.
Who can't drive Wednesdays?
I'm
So
sorry.
it's one of
That
those.
was more racist.
No, it's
But it's true. Go ahead.
It's all one of those things where the guy who was running slant comedy, he was Asian. So
who's running the slanted show?
It used to be Edwin San Juan. You know Edwin.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it was his show for a while, and then I was like, all right, I'll do it. It's not a big deal. There's just so little Asian comedians. There's not that many, so it's not as big a deal. Because
I feel like it was though. Like early 2000s,
Well,
was
I mean,
a ton, but I
but-
think they all blew up.
But what's funny is like
I'm still on that like
No,
hanging
Kev.
out.
It's like when I think of like some of the best Asian comics that I know, and I think of Bobby Lee. I think of Kevin. I
Yeah,
think of
KT.
Steve. Well, I'm thinking of like
Joe, yeah.
like I'm saying nationally known.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
There's still
Dr.
not-
Ken.
there's
It's
still
like
not
there's
that many.
There isn't that many. No.
No.
And I mean but it's just. I mean, how long ago was slanted comedy?
so long.
Because I don't think right now they could do that. Like
Yeah.
they literally that would be nixed
So I
immediately as a
know
name.
before Patrice died, I was in New York, and we
God
him
rest
and I
Patrice O'Neill,
Yeah.
best
him and
comic
I
ever
both
lived.
did the St. Patrick's Day show.
Mhm.
And
Oh
he
God,
gets
I
on
wish I
stage.
saw that.
He gets on stage and he goes, "You guys are fucked up. You're taking me and Kevin and just taking advantage of our Irish names." Because my last name's Shea. He's like O'Neill. He's like, we don't. give
That's
a
so brilliant.
He goes, we don't give a fuck about you guys. Kevin's adopted by white people. He doesn't give a fuck about
it.
you guys.
That's
And he
so
goes-
funny.
And he goes, I'm as black as you can be. It was so fucking hilarious. And there
Jesus
was
is an animal, man.
industry was there too. I remember. And then I think like a month after that, I don't know this for a fact, but then he got that show from Montreal.
Yeah.
So and then that was a fucking great story. Why he couldn't get into Montreal?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, because he had
I
a
don't know the story.
he had a criminal record
Yeah,
from when he
he-
was a juvenile.
He had when he was like 18, he had sex with a 16-year-old girl, him and his buddy, and they I guess somebody found out, or I don't know the full story after that, but from what I know is that it was not rape, but what's the other one?
Statutory.
Statutory.
Statutory
Yeah.
rape, and It's actually really interesting because his buddy went to jail and literally had a breakdown, like didn't shower, shit himself, just completely didn't take care of himself. Patrice just manned up, did his time, and got it expunged. But when you go into Canada, like they see everything. So
Yeah.
when I remember
Library books you didn't turn in when you was 7.
So when I got New Faces, because I have 3 DUIs, and they consider DUIs actually as like a not federal, but like a real serious crime. Felony, thank you. And so I remember when I got to the border, because I met my mom in Vermont, and then we drove up and we stopped at the border. Like they pulled me into a room and just made me wait for like an hour and a half. And the whole time I was like, I'm not going to be able to get in. And then the guy comes out to me and he goes, are you performing inside or outside? And I was like, inside. And he goes, cool, have a great trip. And that was it. But every time, and I've been to Montreal the last 5 years, every time I go, well, I mean, it's the Jam. They're not here for me. They want to see Andy Kindler singing
jam.
No Diggity. They don't give a fuck about me, dude. But what I'm saying is, it's like every time I get to that border, it's like, and you're about to go through it. I mean, I am sweating. Like I am 100% more nervous.
Imagine being black.
But with a crime,
That's every day.
With no criminal record.
I can imagine, man. I can imagine.
No, they deserve it. They're fucking animals.
You're so stupid. You're stupid.
I mean,
Josh says nothing.
Well, no.
Man, I'm not going down that path. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. You were saying?
I have no idea.
They pulled you over. You were sweating.
No. They didn't pull me over. This every time you get to the border agent, whatever they're called. They're TSA in Canada. Like, and I always have to find the guy that's smiling. Like, there's like, I literally. One time, I remember when I was the most nervous, was the first year we did JFL with the Jam, and this was before the TV show. We're just building credibility. That was the year that Blake Griffin was on the show, and I just got off the same plane as him and literally just stayed right next to him. So as we're going through the TSA line, like as soon as he goes to that guard and the guard's looking at him like, oh my God, it's Blake Griffin. And he's in that like celebrity high where you just met somebody that you look up to.
Is it the year he performed?
Yeah, it was the year. So
I was there, yeah.
That was my, so I immediately sidled up and then just went right up. I go, can you believe it's Blake Griffin, man? Oh my God. Like I wonder if Chris Paul's coming through next. All right, here's my passport. See you later. And then I was out. It's frightening to get into to different countries, especially
This
Canada.
is recent, though. This is like the last 10 years because
Canadian got turned away.
Yeah, Canada wasn't that strict. I got fucking stopped going to Toronto, but because I had something expunged from my record. And I think, they're not going to see.
I thought
this
expunge
shit.
means it's not on your record.
Yeah, but they still see it.
There's a difference between like expunged from everything. And
this
then
is like going
federal,
in. Yeah,
like
this is going in.
universal
Yeah,
stuff.
this is going into another country.
It's just on there.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not-
dude, you have shit that's on your file when you get to that border that Canada sees everything.
Everything.
Like traffic tickets and
Everything.
shit, dude.
So-
if they want to look, it's all there.
So they said to me, "Have you ever been arrested?" I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Well, we got."
Iron sack of shit.
Yeah. So they took me into this holding room, and here's the kicker. I remember it's for it was for an Asian show. I was supposed to be a judge for Collaboration, and then
You remember the name?
It was called Collaboration.
Okay, all right.
With a K.
Collaborate.
With a
Asian?
K. No.
Collaboration.
Asian.
Collaboration with a K.
I was looking for the catchy name,
For
yeah.
Korean. So collaboration is
funny.
normally
So
spelled
funny.
with C. You fucking dummies.
I know that.
Oh, but
I was looking at the Asian part, collaboration.
Yeah, but Collaboration
Hey, with a K.
Tuesday
Yeah.
starting at
Collaboration.
Flappers Claremont, y'all.
And this is when I was.
Free wontons. Wonton Wednesdays.
This is when I was doing a shit.
Fortune Cookie Tuesdays, y'all.
This is when I was doing a
Dim
shit.
Sum Thursday.
Dim Sum Sundays. Come on, man. You know that's on Sundays.
Fucking
You
hilarious.
know that's on Sundays at West Side Comedy Theater.
By the way, this is why these shows exist. They're fun.
It's hysterical.
They're fun.
It's fun, dude.
They're fun. They're fun to say.
But also, it's like if you go to the Laugh Factory, like Comedy Bazaar on Mondays is just Tehran.
Yeah.
There's no other Persians on it.
That's why he loves it.
Maybe Fahim,
'Cause
maybe
he-
Amir K, but it's always Tehran.
So I'm at the fucking
Not a lot of vowels.
the holding screening in Toronto, and here's what fucked me up. I didn't care that they found out that I got arrested and that I had a record and all that shit. I had fucking cocaine in my socks because I was taking it up with me to fucking party at the show, and I'm freaking the fuck out.
Oh, I would be shitting
I'm
myself.
sweating, and I'm thinking, how the fuck? Because this is before everyone had to do the machines. Because you could just
Oh,
go
yeah,
through.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm freaking the fuck.
This is before the
out.
machines, you said?
Yeah, before
Okay, all right.
everyone, because you either got in the machines or not. They didn't have enough of them. So I'm sitting there waiting. I'm like, all right, I got to use the bathroom. They're like, sir, you can't go to the bathroom. I was like, I'll throw this shit away. And I'm just trying to keep calm. Like, you keep telling yourself, they don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. And then they brought me up. Security's there, like, sir, we're going to ask you one more time. Like, did you get arrested? I was like, well, there was this one time in 06. And they're like, all right, why did you lie? They go, well, it was expunged. And they're like, all right, next time you got to just declare it. You're free to go. I was so
You immediately went to the bathroom and did a bump.
I just tell you, that was the
bathroom.
that was the best. That was the best bump I ever had.
I bet, dude.
You would got smiling with a pea stain?
just release coke.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing with the coke. Now I don't do it no more because it fucks with my my drive. If
Fucks with everything.
Yeah, it'll fuck with your drive. Not to like comedy. You can't. You just can't do it. The drug will make you lazy. It's
For
like
sure.
Yeah?
it's worse than pot, in a sense, because pot they say brings you down. Coke, it makes you like really driven, but only to do more coke. That's it.
100% true.
Yeah, so that's
I can back that up.
So it's one of those things like what with the drug. They say, what do you think of it? I said, here's how I say. Here's the best way to describe coke. It's fun till it's not. That's it. It's fun.
So
when
while it's in your system, you having the time of your life.
No, it's fun, and then one day it just stops being fun because then it just starts hindering your fucking life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you're like, oh, I'm done. I'm done.
I like the fact that both of y'all can talk about this, and I have nothing to say.
Have you done any drugs? Have you smoked pot?
I have.
But
I have.
But
You're not missing
coke
anything,
is
I'm
a
not gonna
heavy
lie.
drug. It's just
I don't
like,
want to do cocaine.
No, like
I feel like cocaine comes with white women
Yeah.
and a pinky ring and
Yeah,
trouble.
it's-
Yes, a lot of trouble.
I don't want that
A lot
trouble.
of trouble.
Ring.
Like the
and a mirror table just shows up out of nowhere. I don't
yeah.
want that problem.
Yeah. Like I spent 8 months. I spent 8 months once with a girl just doing coke. I mean, like every night.
I have so many questions.
Every
Since we
night.
go in here,
Yeah.
Please.
your first time, were you scared trying it?
No, I mean we were at a show and someone handed it to me. I
How
was
old
like,
were you?
Sure. I was in my late 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You started
You was
late,
like,
dude.
Late.
I'm wait till I'm 30 to start trying cocaine just to do it.
But the thing is, it wasn't a. From the first time I tried it to like casual use, it didn't get crazy till after my long-term breakup. So it's
Oh,
usually
you medicating?
Yeah, it's something that fucks you up that you start doing a shitload of it, and that was like.
Is it one of those things you shouldn't do it when you're like feeling down kind of
Yes,
thing?
you should not do it when you're feeling down.
Yeah.
Just do it if you're gonna have a party.
That party, yeah.
If you can do whatever. But most of the time, don't do it by yourself. That'll fuck you. Don't do it.
I agree with it. I think that statement is any
Don't-
drug.
yeah.
Don't ever do, don't drink when you're
absolutely.
depressed.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
just going to
yeah.
exacerbate what's going on.
Don't do it with a crazy nurse who's a rebound chick because you'll just do it.
For 8
Eight
Are y'all
months.
getting that? I hope
for
y'all
8
writing
months.
that down.
For 8 months, dude. It was just.
So
me
what
and her.
about a nurse tech?
Red.
No, you
RN?
can't get a tech. They're the fucking
All right,
peasants
what,
of nurses.
what about a physician's assistant?
Once again, peasants. You
Yeah.
gotta be.
What about the nurse that check you in when
And
you
here's,
come?
here's the thing with that nurse. She made a lot of money, so it was
She,
More
great.
cocaine.
She bought a lot of coke.
She bought a lot of coke.
But you
for
weren't
us.
scared at all? Or were you not scared the first time you tried it?
I gotta be honest with you, no, because I was drinking, so I wasn't even
Yeah,
thinking about it.
Where
Yeah.
I'm from,
Yeah.
I've only seen people do cocaine in movies. Like I've never seen it
Yeah,
live.
yeah,
But
so-
until I moved to LA and I'm like watching people in the club like
Do you know it's
putting it in
more?
the back of their knuckle.
It's so prevalent now.
It's
more.
huge.
It's
Yeah.
more than like 5 years ago. Do you think because his pot's legalized now, so this is the next dangerous thing?
No, I think that
I mean, every generation has
honestly, I think it's always been in Los Angeles. It's always been big.
Well, no, I mean
I don't
everywhere.
think. I still listen. They're not getting coke in the Midwest. They're doing meth.
Is that what that is?
They're all, dude, meth, because coke is literally, you can get it, but you're paying more money. This
Yeah.
is what I would assume, because everybody I've talked to when we're out in the Midwest, I've seen been at festivals, I've seen comics get high, and they're looking for it, and they can't find coke.
So-
but everybody wants
so
to
when
offer
I-
them meth
Right.
when you're in Tulsa, you know what I
When
mean?
I'm in, when I've been on the road, it's
Like shoe
This
polish
is-
and alcohol and a bunch of stuff that you like, man, this is
what really made me like not want to do it.
meth?
No. I would never do that. Coke.
Okay.
So in Fresno, fucking Fresno, I walk into
Fresno
my,
Freight Train.
yeah, I fucking walk into my green room, there's like 12 people in the green room. I'm like, I didn't know anyone. And there was the local guy, the local comic who has the drugs, just lining up rails. And I'm like,
At an open mic?
no,
it's a
there's
show.
like
He's
a book
headlining.
show, yeah.
No, I said, you doing cocaine at an open mic? Is it that bad?
So I'm sitting there, there's like 12
Trying
people.
to party, man.
Marty's, I don't got $5. I'll give you a bump.
They're just sitting there. I'm going,
3 minutes. I can't do 3 minutes alone.
Can you guys stop making smoothies while I tell this joke, please?
it's just ridiculous because you're sitting there looking at like
Yeah.
11 people who you don't know. They're not in the show. And I was like, you guys, once you're done, you guys can get the fuck out.
Sure.
You gotta get the fuck out. And then
Right.
4 guys, I went to the bath. 4 guys are just in the stall together. I'm like, this is fucking pathetic.
Did you see yourself?
Well, did I see myself? in
Sometimes
that?
you see somebody have a bad moment. You see like, man, I don't want to be that.
Yeah,
Was that
yeah,
it?
that's what it was. I don't want to be that. I was like, I don't want to be in the bathroom stall with 3 other dudes.
I had some great
What about
moments.
2 and a nurse? Well, a girl who's in school for nursing.
I'll take the girl in school for nursing.
With 2 guys.
Because that
2 guys and the girl in school for nursing with blonde hair.
Well, here's the thing. If the 2 dudes let me go first with the nurse, yeah. And as long as, you see, she's in school for nurse, she means she has drive. She's going for something. Do you know what I mean?
Drive to get more cocaine.
She's going to get more coke.
Yeah, right. She has drive.
She's driving to get more coke.
So listen, man, you guys have it's so much stuff I want to talk about and get through. I'm gonna ask you a few more questions, and then we're gonna wrap it up soon. But for you, what did you learn about doing the goddamn comedy jam about yourself and your art? Like, what did you learn about the entire process?
God, you know what's funny is I remember when I first started stand-up comedy. I was reading. There's somebody. Byron actually told me to read the Comedy Bible, the Franklin
I
and
told about
Jai
that.
book.
Oh,
Is that the Franklin and Jai?
Judy Carter.
No. There's a different one. There's one that Franklin and Jai wrote.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I heard about it, yeah.
And in the book, it says, you know, when you're starting off, find the influences that you have, people that have influenced you. And like my 2 favorite my favorite comic at the time, I think was like probably like Chappelle, because I hadn't found out about Patrice yet. And then they was like, it doesn't have to be a comedian, it could be whoever. And I was like, well, Axl Rose.
Mm-hmm.
And that is basically, you know, what I feel my whole set and everything about me and the jam is about. It's just figuring out a way to like mixture the 2 things that I love the most. But all the jam has made me realize is, you know, it's not so much about the money and the fame that I want. It's just I just really want to enjoy myself.
I'm calling horseshit on that one.
That's the truth, man. Dude, I'm telling you right now, like I have. Like, if I can stay in the situation that I'm in right now, and I'm not a wealthy man by any means, but I'm not struggling, and it's just have my dog, have my time, and have the place that I live that I love. It's like that's all I want. All that the jam
That's
is
all?
giving me.
That's all? Yeah. Just
I
a
just
nice
want
place in
time.
the Hollywood Hills.
Time. That's all I want. I want.
Uh-oh. Can you get that?
No.
Okay,
I'll get
cool.
it after.
All that I want is time. I want my time. That's the most valuable. Once you work those dead end jobs and you work at a job that you hate, it's like being able to not have to do that is the greatest thing in the world. And that's something that even when I'm depressed and when I'm like, I didn't book that, I didn't get that. It's like knowing that I start the day and I go, I'm in complete control of my whole day is the most beautiful thing in the world.
That's dope. I'm more excited about the freedom and the influence that comes along with comedy.
100%.
Because like I know I have a bigger plan to, you know, all the stuff we're doing is like sowing seeds toward a bigger dream. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I thoroughly I'm learning to enjoy the process.
Yes.
As well. And I look forward to what's on the other side of it, because you have to have money to have influence. And I look forward to giving people jobs and changing lives. And I can have a show that can change lives of other comedians and people that, you know, have a good heart and want to do what they want to do for a living too. So I'm very excited about that. For you, bro, what keeps you going, man? Because you have this chip on your shoulder, but I still feel like there's a joy in having the chip for you.
Yeah, stand up. It keeps me going.
I know, but what about it makes you keeps you more excited?
I like
about
being on that stage. I like making people laugh. I have a podcast. It's called the All I'm Saying Podcast. It's daily. I do a 20-minute daily podcast.
Yeah.
So it's slowly but surely, and it's great because it's just me. I don't need guests. I don't have to drive anywhere.
I don't want to be on your podcast anyway. Freaking rude.
I love how the entire
It's just me and a registered nurse. Just doing coke for 8 months.
the entire process is easier when you just do it on your own. No, what's my end game?
No, I mean, like, what keeps you going? Like, I feel like you find joy in being a dick sometimes.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Wait, who-
Is it more the shock value, or like what about it makes it like?
Well, it just because here's the
Because
thing.
we perform at the Laugh Factory, and I feel like you intentionally.
Every joke is there's some honesty.
Yeah.
So anytime you kind of rip on someone, there's a bit of truthfulness to it, but it's also to a point now in society we take everything so fucking seriously.
Yeah.
So why not have a little jab at the seriousness? That's what that kind of gets me going. It's just like, we don't all need to be that politically correct. We don't need, and I'm not making fun of Josh right now. We don't need to all be this positive, or we don't have to put on a sheen sometimes. Like, we can just fucking unmask
But you're the opposite
ourselves.
of, I think, both of us. because-
Very much the opposite of
Meaning,
both
like,
you guys.
I have moments where I want to be a dick, and I have moments where I want to be dark, but I can't live in that. For my life, I
See,
can't live in
yeah.
that. You can live in it.
Yeah, I can live in
in
it.
order to function with it, and
Yeah.
like just being nice for a while is like, okay, I had enough. I'm going back outside.
You'll appreciate, Black Pedro, comedian Pedro Hernandez.
Yeah.
We had a whole argument about that movie Black Panther, and I said, fucking white guilt is so huge because people are saying that's the greatest movie of all time, because it wasn't. It was, to me, it was
all
just,
right.
It was all right. And he goes, we got this whole spiel, and then why it's great for black people in Hollywood.
I see why it would be great.
Yeah.
Like, Spicy the greatest
Yeah.
ever. I see why.
And I go, I don't look at it that way because I don't look at just I don't care that it's all black. I like it.
Yeah.
I saw that shit when I was a kid when I watched Eddie Murphy with Coming to America and
Yeah.
Boomerang, and he goes, let's be honest, Kevin, you just can't see happiness and let it be.
Right.
And I was like, you're right. It's one of those things where I'm not trying to ruin people's happiness, but there is a part of me that's like, all right, how do I?
You get off on that.
How do I
Sure.
mix this up a little bit without defeating someone?
I still feel like there's
You know
something
what I mean?
special about that though. Like that's
There
a
is,
TV
there
show or
is.
some type of
Yeah,
idea.
and
That's
it's like Curb. Why am I forgetting the Larry
David.
Yeah.
David? Yeah, it's like he's like that. We're all kind of like that. I think more people than not hide that.
it's
You know
like
what I
the whole petty movement. Like everybody talks about being petty. Like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
petty and you like being petty.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
you give yourself permission. But I know on stage, if you don't announce why, then you just become a dick. So you have to say why at first.
Oh,
On stage, I think
That's a good point.
last time I saw you, if you don't say why, like
Yeah.
I'm real hard on church people. Like I
Oh,
grew up in church,
interesting. Okay.
but I'm hard about church. But if I just start talking about church people without announcing that I'm a part of it, then I'm just being a dick. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah. No, I
Because
get
I'm like,
it.
I grew up in
get
church
it.
culture, and I got church hurt, where you go to church and you're like, why y'all so freaking weird or phony or whatever, and like
Yeah.
now I pride myself on.
You like
you're not
it.
being authentic with yourself, so stop acting all like. If I ask you how you doing, don't say I'm blessed and highly favored. Tell me how you doing. You don't do that in a boardroom. Like,
No,
say how you really feel. So I'm like that. I'm
Yeah.
cynical, but I have to announce I'm a part of it in order
Oh,
to because
okay,
you get off on setting people free to a certain degree.
Yeah, I guess in a deeper.
You're setting people free.
Yeah, in
from
a deeper
being
light. You're right.
Yeah, because political
sounds
correctness
crazy,
is like
yeah.
is prison for people.
It is prison for
That's
people.
why politics don't work, because you have to be politically correct instead of doing truth. And church doesn't work because you're being politically correct instead of doing truth.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
I'll fucking take that.
No, it's true.
I never even thought of it that way because I don't think that heavily. Like I just do. It's like
Completely
sometimes-
understand, but there's
Yeah.
still a method to why you do it. You just haven't analyzed it or be able to articulate it. Because we all do stuff. Like I know what I'm doing. Like when I used to be out there and chasing girls, like I knew I can charm them and touch a place in their heart that most men can touch because I listen, I'm compassionate,
Yeah.
and I
You're
actually
good-
care.
you're good looking,
and I care,
which helps.
But most guys don't care and they
Yeah.
go for the kill instead of listening to a woman. And that's all it is.
That's well, you know what?
It's a dance.
I'm taking that with me.
But it is. You set people
No,
free.
I like that.
What if this podcast changes Kevin for the better
Better.
from here on out? Like his
know,
comedy,
right?
he's like, I'm not angry no more.
I'm setting you free. I'm not mad. I'm not bitter. I'm setting you free.
Now I'm on stage, no laughs. I'm just like so happy.
He's
I'm like, this is.
I hope y'all
horseshit.
have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day. I'm
horseshit.
blessed and highly favored.
Tell your uncle to go fix me a plate.
Hey, then he grow his beard out.
Yeah.
Freaking weird. So listen, man, if you're listening, you listen to the Comedy Pop-Up Podcast with my man, Kevin Shea and Josh Adams, man. We had a great show, man. Before we leave, this is my favorite segment of the show where I ask you a few questions. You can answer it. There's no wrong answer. And you can answer however you want to, okay?
Yeah.
So that being said, first question is, if you could do lunch with someone dead or alive, who would it be? Anybody in life.
Oh, geez. Steve Prefontaine. He's a runner he was the original sponsor for Nike.
Yeah.
He was a distance runner. I ran a lot. And,
Yeah.
And he died tragically at the prime of his career. And he was so driven. That's why I'd like to sit down and talk to him.
Yeah. What would you ask him?
What did you intentionally drink and drive that night? The night that you died.
He should have ran.
Yeah.
Too soon. Too soon. Okay. Dope. What about you, Josh?
Mel Brooks.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd love to meet Mel Brooks.
Why is that?
Because I think he's a comedy genius, and I feel like a lot of the movies and television and everything and stand-up, everything has come from Mel Brooks. I mean, Young Frankenstein, the producers. He's so immersed in not just a comedy world, but in the Semitic world. He reminds me of all of my old Jewish relatives.
Yeah.
But like probably has stories for days, and I would just. It's almost like an honor, not just to me, but to my dad who passed away. It's like that would be the one person that my dad would love if I met. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just somebody that I think would be an interesting lunch. We go to Canner's, we go to a deli.
Yeah.
Get some corned beef, fucking shoot the shit.
Some corned beef?
Yeah, dude, shoot the fat for a little bit.
So funny. I'm just stewing and not saying, why the fuck did I not say in the beginning, this is stupid?
It's all good.
And then now I'm like, oh, now I feel better. See, now you brought it out. Now I can just say what I want.
Yeah, you set people free. You set yourself free.
Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day. I'm blessed and highly favored.
Who would
I
yours
like that.
be?
I like most of that.
Honestly, today I feel like either Dick Gregory or Coretta Scott King. Or Coretta Scott King.
Dick Gregory's
Because I think Dick Gregory's just dope, man. Like he literally put his career on hold to be a part of the civil rights movement.
He really did.
Which without him, Bill Cosby wouldn't even be a thing. Because he had a bunch of shows booked at like mainstream white clubs. There were no black comics that did it. And they needed a black comic who can do mainstream rooms. And they got Bill Cosby to do it.
And you can compartmentalize Bill Cosby the monster and Bill Cosby the great comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But still, without Dick Gregory, there's no Bill Cosby.
No, but do you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
Yeah, I can. I think a lot of people can't.
I can't take back what he did for my childhood.
That's what I'm saying.
He literally changed my childhood and how I saw myself.
I can imagine what it's like for a young black kid growing up. But I mean, even
It's like what Obama was.
Yes, it's like
to be able to see it does something to you.
I mean,
Everyone's dad, because everyone grew up on Cosby, and that was their second daddy at home. If you think
He was a
about it.
doctor.
yeah.
Yeah.
So technically, all of our dads is a bit of a rapist.
have a blessed and what is it? Blessed and well spoken day.
Have a blessed day. I'm blessed and highly favored. Won't he do it? All right, cool. So next question. What smell or sound reminds you of home? And not necessarily your home, but maybe your parents' home.
No. I'll tell you right now because I've been doing it. Pot roast. I make pot roast. In a crock pot. It makes it when I hear this when smelling food. Makes me, especially like comfort food. Just makes me think of my mom. And I've probably cooked 3 pot roasts. In the last
reminds
month.
you of your mom?
I just cooked a pot roast yesterday. My mom bought me a
That is
slow
so
cooker.
grown. You're such like an old man.
I'm learning how to cook.
Both of y'all are old men.
I'm not old. I'm
40.
smart.
No,
but I'm
just
smart.
old men.
Here's the deal, man. I used to spend $300 to $350 a week on food, and now I spend less than $50 because I cook my own meals every day. It's the smartest thing I've ever done. And there's nothing more impressive than to a woman if them come over and go, oh, we can go out to eat, or I just cooked you this fantastic meal.
Just saying roast sounds like you're a responsible human being.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'll roast the
Hey, I made
shit
this-
out of y'all.
I made this pot roast. You want to come over?
It's delicious.
With that
dude.
voice?
I should have brought some
With
for
that
y'all.
scratchy voice? Hey, I made some
Dude, I made four.
pot roast. You want to come over tonight?
I made 4 pounds of it yesterday. I should have brought some over. For
What are
you
your
guys.
sides? I'm concerned about your sides. I feel like you just eat just pot roast.
My sides?
Sides, yeah. You don't make like
Oh no, I make sautéed kale. I roast Brussels sprouts, onions, and asparagus. I actually eat probably way better than everybody in this room. I also put more drugs in my body than all 3 of you guys. And I'm probably, dude. Every morning I have blue algae. I have a fresh pressed juice. I have eggs sautéed with mushrooms and onion. Dude, I'm fucking legit kale in it.
I feel like I'm walking through Silver Lake right now.
I'm just thinking. I hope your apartment has soundproof walls, because any girl is gonna hear
love
all
it.
that cooking and all that
Pots flying.
and fucking shredding.
There's no shredding. There's no shredding. It's
The blender?
I have no blender.
First of all,
bro.
Josh, don't mess up his joke with facts, okay?
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
He was trying to make a joke about what your house sounds like.
And then he's like,
making pot
and then
roast
he
and
took
kale
it,
salad.
He took it to heart. He's like,
Yeah.
hey man, I don't fucking shred.
I don't shred. Yeah.
I'm not at that stage in cooking yet. Of the
I don't use the NutriBullet, okay?
Trees.
I don't know. I buy the juice. My friend owns a juice bar, so I get it
Trees.
free.
Trees remind me of home.
Press juicery.
What kind of trees?
Press Brothers
Just
on
one of the
Franklin.
Pine trees?
When you can smell them for fall.
Yeah.
Trees.
Yeah?
I miss fall. Pennsylvania has a great
You're 100%,
fall.
yeah.
Right.
Smells
Pennsylvania looks
important.
like those puzzles we used to get as a kid. with all the trees are like multicolored, like orange and red and stuff like that.
It's the best.
That was funny.
East Coast is the best.
That's fucking hilarious.
It's true. It looks like a puzzle. I remember I was driving through it and I went through Wilkes-Barre and where's that place what's the girl who ran for president and everybody thought she was the
Hillary Clinton?
No, the one before that, the cornball Republican lady.
Sarah,
she's from Alaska.
She's from Alaska.
She was like, but there's a word that she kept saying that was Schenectady. No, not Schenectady. It was Wisconsin. No, it wasn't Wisconsin. It's a place in Pennsylvania that I drove through, and I was like, oh, she just said that. Fudge is gonna bother me so bad.
I have no fucking
Okay,
idea.
never mind. All right, it'll come to me as soon as we leave out of this building. And I'm like, fudge. All right, cool.
Sisyphus. Is that it?
Okay. Next question. What's the one thing you learned about yourself from your last relationship?
Oh, mine's easy.
Go ahead, please, because I got to think.
No more cocaine.
That's it?
That's
That's
it,
it?
man. That's it. The one with the rebound chick, before the one I have now, I was with that crazy one.
Hmm?
No more drugs.
No more drugs.
Yeah, it's real simple.
Or at
Good
least
for
when
you.
you're not feeling down.
Well, I think that, in excess. No
Just-
more drugs in excess.
Just
pretty
keep them
much.
for when it's you
Yeah.
and Gene Pompa.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Here's what I learned. Nothing. I can tell you this. The older I've gotten and every relationship I've gotten into, I still don't know what I like, but I can tell you what I don't like. That's it.
Yeah?
I know what I don't want in a woman, and that's now every time I date somebody, even if she's great and she's fun and we break up, it's like, all right, well, these are the character traits that I don't want to be with anymore.
Yeah?
And I don't. That's why I know what.
Well,
I
along the way,
don't-
you haven't found what you like, though? That's very important.
No, I mean,
You find out what you like.
I'm still figuring it out because you always meet a different girl that you're like, oh, well, I've never dated a girl that's like this before, and so you're like, okay, this is interesting.
Yeah.
And you might like it at first, but then 2 years, 3 years down the road,
But you at least know what you need, though, right?
I know what I want, but at
What
the
about
same
need,
time, I'm still like, dude, it just changes. But I can tell you exactly what I don't want in a woman. You know
Yeah?
what I mean?
Because you got a very specific life. You've been through a lot. You've seen a lot. And you can't be with somebody who's not well-traveled, who doesn't have a passport. You can't be with somebody who's simple, who hasn't lived and is like,
I just want somebody.
Blushes.
Yeah, but it's. I think for a relationship to work, it's for me at least. It's just she has her life, I have my life, and then we meet in the middle when it's time.
yeah,
but I
she got to
have
be busy. She got to have her own show.
I can't. I can't be her hobby. You know what I mean? I can't be something.
Her world.
She needs her world. Like she needs a hobby, and I've dated a lot of girls that it's like I'm just in that fold, and I'm done with that. Also, I don't want an Instagram model anymore.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact.
Sounds good, but not true. What about you? You said
It's so true, though.
no cocaine.
No
And-
cocaine. I mean, Jesus Christ. How old are we?
Grown.
You're engaged, right?
Yeah.
How old are you, Josh? 40?
38.
38. I'm 40. I mean, you gotta have shitty ones that have a good one. That's how it works.
Yes,
You gotta learn what you
100%.
like. You gotta learn what you like.
You gotta have a shitty one. We all like what we like. That's my dad's saying. You like what you like.
Mhm.
And then once you get to an age, you find someone that gives you what you need. That's what it is.
Yeah,
And
completely.
plus, we all love women, but I just can't stand the hassle of fucking young women. I just
Oh,
can't
yeah, the
listen to
headache.
them.
Yeah,
I can't. I'm serious. I'm so like, I know this sounds crazy. Like, I love sex, but I just hate having it. It's just too much fucking
You hate
work.
having it?
It's so much fucking work.
I don't like the chase no more.
I mean, fuck the chase.
I'm
Ask
over
me to
the
drive
chase.
to the
Fuck
valley.
the-
I'm like, the valley
Fuck
right
the
now?
chase.
My dad used to say that he used to call he used to call some girls GU, which is geographically undesirable.
Yeah.
And it's like if they're too far away, man. Like if you live in Hermosa, we ain't fucking.
Right.
Your dad said that?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. Was your dad like a rock star?
Nah, I think he was a cool guy, but he,
That's pretty open.
That is, yeah.
I've never heard anyone say my daddy said geographically.
Hey, hold on, son. Your mom's coming.
unfuckable."
Your mom coming.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I'm saying is I don't like driving
That sounds
far.
like, that sounds like some movie shit. That's some movie. That's like the beginning of a movie with when I was a little boy.
Now,
my daddy
it
told me this,
started-
and then flash forward.
Kev, it started because my dad was, lived in New York for a while, and that was where the term was created. Because if a girl lived in Queens
Oh.
and you lived in Manhattan, you're like, I'm not gonna,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take
Absolutely.
the train out to Queens to fuck this
Absolutely.
girl. So it's really like in LA, it's a little different. I mean, but I'm always up for if a girl wants to hang out, I'm like, you got to come to me. I'm not going to you unless I really like her. But it's
Yeah, I like home court advantage too.
Because I cook for them. I'm shredding.
Yeah,
I'm shredding
because
in
being
my
a
house.
comedian too, I don't have privacy. So I go to somebody's house and walk through their complex, and people are like, "Oh, I saw you at so and so's house." I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to deal with all that."
I don't. I don't know. I usually have girlfriends. That's a weird thing.
Are they
Usually
cynical like you too?
No, I can't date me. That'd be a fucking nightmare.
I agree.
Could you imagine dating two?
No,
of me?
I can't imagine.
No, I get the ones that are.
I'm still surprised I'm doing this podcast with you right
Yeah,
now.
I like the ones that are broken. I like the broken ones, but who are also lighthearted. Like I can't have one full of hope. I'm just like I just would want to crush
You
it.
would ruin her
I
soul.
would want. I like girls who are a little broken, but also
He basically
like,
wants
happy.
to date. He basically wants to date a Cleveland Browns fan. That's what
Right,
he
right.
wants. Just broke.
Raiders fan.
But I mean, we got Baker's Mayfield. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
That's actually really funny. I
Thank
date
you.
Cleveland Browns fan. That's fucking hilarious.
Thank you, guys. Follow me at Josh Adam Meyers.
So listen, man. Before we get out of here, man. Last question, and then we can wrap it up and find out what you got going on. What advice would you give your younger self, knowing what you know about comedy now?
I'll let Josh go.
Start now. I wish I would have started when I wanted to. I wanted to start when I can pinpoint the exact moment I wanted to be a comic, and that was 6 when I was watching with Comic Relief, the Carlin, when he was doing My Stuff Is Stuff, Your Stuff Is Shit bit.
Yeah.
And my dad and me were watching, and I was like, that's what I want to do. And
Yeah.
I wish I would have started when I was 18 because I intended to. But we drove out to go find an open mic, and we just ended up at Tower Records, and then I didn't really start until I turned 26. I did
Yeah.
a couple, and I just wish I would have started then.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole thing. It's like I always tell these young comics that I meet that are like, I'm interested in doing it. I'm like, how old are you? They're like 22. I'm like, start now. Because you can start, you can go 5 years deep, develop a heroin addiction for 2 years, get sober, get back into comedy.
And you still got your 30s.
And you can go back on heroin
Yeah.
and then for 2 more years and still get sober.
I like that
and
shit
be a
example though.
comic.
That shit falling off the tracks.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
You
it's
can
like-
die, you can kill yourself, you
Well,
can get
it's-
AIDS.
no.
You can come back.
No,
do heroin.
What I'm saying, Ron, is that this is what I was saying earlier about time, man. That is the most valuable thing. Fuck
Yeah.
your car, fuck your apartment. Like the most valuable thing in your life is your time. And that's why we
Yeah.
make such a big deal out of it when people waste it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
absolutely.
Because it's like we're not going to get back. This is the only moment I'm going to be 38 sitting here on this day.
This your last 38.
It's my last second of being 38 at this point.
It's your
in my
last
life.
summer,
Yeah.
38.
Every second, older.
Yeah.
Older.
It's your last birthday
I'm
of
older.
38.
I'm older.
Yeah.
So that's just like it. It's just time. Just get started and do what you want to do, and be free on stage. But really, just start now.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh, fuck. A real answer?
Yeah, real answer.
Give the fake one first.
Fake ones, steal all the jokes as much as you can. Just fucking steal.
Fuck yeah.
Steal.
Who's stealing angry jokes? This dude right here.
No. This is what I would tell my young self. Just don't worry about the success. Like, whatever amount of success comes,
You be on suicide watch
take-
waiting on success.
take it with a grain of salt. Because we've all had our successes.
Yeah.
I think when you tell your younger self, just do it because you really enjoy it. Just work on the craft. Everything else will come. Like,
Yeah.
everything else will, like Michael Jordan, like this is granted he's the best of all time. He was just good at basketball and everything else came. He didn't have to worry about his fucking brand. It just came to him.
Right.
I would just tell myself, just worry about the
I'm sure he didn't
craft.
plan that pose out either. He's like, I'm gonna make this pose. And make sure it's on the back of every shoe I make for the rest of my life. He just did it.
Bless him.
He just did it.
Yeah, he just did. Just work on the craft.
Yeah.
You know, don't worry about the noise because the noise will fuck with you when you're young.
Yeah. My
'Cause
own,
it's too hard
Yeah.
to avoid it. Anyway, go ahead.
I feel like my only advice I would have gave myself is to go to college for something I love. Because I still feel like I had to go through my path. Like I went to college, I used to be an accountant, and now I'm a comedian. But I would have went to college to like study theater or something like that. But where I'm
Yeah.
from, in the hood, like you're not supposed to be doing nutcracker with tights on. Like, it's
To
not cool.
be
Or not to be. Bruh.
That is a motherfucking.
You were an
quest.
accountant.
Right. I used to be an accountant. But
No way.
I would have started in college and I would have went to school for something I love.
Speaking of
there's
which, Ron, can you look at my W-2 real quick?
this I-9 form. Should I go incorporate myself? Yeah, man, because I feel like there's certain parts of I feel like I started everything late.
Yeah.
Like even though I know I'm on time, I still if I started in college, I would probably be an animal by now. But
Fuck yeah.
I also know that
No, maybe
not having that clarity that I have as an adult now, I'll probably like be on heroin or something.
Do you
because-
like?
You did it when you were supposed to.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like
do you
I think
like?
that.
Rodney Dangerfield, he didn't start. He got back into it later. A lot of guys start late.
Yeah.
Sometimes you start early, you might be influenced the wrong way.
And your mind is too open. Like, my mind was just so open.
If I would have moved out to LA and started like I want to do when I was 18, I'd definitely be dead. Because I had to learn the hard way and get a lot of those the past and all the mistakes,
bumps out of the way,
get that out of the way to get to where I am now. Like, this is the best version of me that I've ever put out to the world.
I absolutely agree.
And it's like one of those things where it's like you just weren't ready. And that's the universe telling you. He wanted you to be an accountant because that led you to be where you are now. If you would have started then, you might be that urban comic. You might be that comic that is in the box with everybody else because you're so young. You're not Ron G yet. You're still the young guy. Like when I was, dude, the first set I ever did was a blatant Dane Cook ripoff. And that's basically, if I would have started then, and that's all I would have been influenced by. And now I'm influenced by so many things in life and experiences that when I go on stage and you go on stage and Steve goes on stage, it's I called you Steve. Jesus Christ,
Steve Byrne.
I called Steve Byrne.
That's racist.
That is
That's
racist.
so racist.
Oh my God, that's my time, everybody. Fuck that point. What I'm saying is, it's just like that's what our life experience has made us what we are, and that was why we've developed these voices that we have.
Absolutely. And I was thinking about even like I did sales.
Sorry to call you Steve.
I did Steve. Listen, I did sales too, right?
Listen,
and
Bobby.
I feel like part of this comedy game is like being liked too, because part is talent. I feel like 20% talent, the rest is like business or whatever. But because I did sales, I know how to talk to people.
Sure.
And that has a lot to do with, I feel like, my success now, knowing how to go in those rooms and talk to people and
Well, it depends what you want to do. If you want to be on television, you know what I mean? If you could just focus, you can just focus on your act and then you.
But a lot of good comedians don't do social stuff well.
No, they
part
don't.
of comedy is hanging out and networking. When you go to Montreal, it's like All-Star Weekend for comedians. You got to talk.
Your shows don't mean shit. It's what's going on at the Hyatt.
Right. But if you don't know how to talk to those people, then you're missing out. But again, like I feel like that was a part of my journey too, doing accounting and doing sales and learning my voice and like learning how to communicate effectively. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
In those environments. Anyway, that being said, man, we appreciate you tuning in to the Comedy Pop-Up Podcast. Thank both of my guests for coming out tonight, man.
Us.
Before we leave, Steve, you want to say what you got going on and how can we
Check
contact
out
you?
Steve Byrne Live.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it, man. I've never been called Steve. I get Elliot Chang a lot.
That's funny.
And that makes me laugh because I'm like,
You're dumb.
Elliot looks like the gay version of me,
That's
like
so
the Metro
funny.
version. So anyway, this is Kevin Shea.
Metro on the beat.
Kevin Shea. Go to
Can you
at
spell
Kevin
Shea?
Shea Comedy, SHEA, like Shea Stadium or Shea Butter for you fucking women. And then check out my podcast, the All I'm Saying podcast.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do you film it here?
No,
Okay.
I do it on my bed.
Why you say it like that?
No. I don't leave my house.
Do you really
disrespectful.
Did you not listen to my
Do you
fucking
really
rant?
think this motherfucker right here like sets up equipment? He probably rolls over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, honey, can you load
an app?
GarageBand onto Mac for me real quick?
What app do you use?
I use my phone and I attach a little mic to it. And I just talk into it. It's fucking so simple.
He's
so
loving life,
amazing.
dude. This
I
guy
love it.
is.
I love
He's
it.
off
This
the
is-
grid, bro.
Like, if I can just get on other people's podcasts to build my podcast up, I'd love it. Like, you know how you say you love your life now? Like, I just want that 1,000 fans. We've all read that.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's fucking amazing. And then other shit will come from it. Because then
100%.
Here's the thing: you are good at networking, right? Mm-hmm. And you're good at that. My belief is, you don't have to be nice to everyone. You just have to be nice to that one person.
You're so funny.
You know what? You don't.
Well, people that know that you're not being nice to them though.
Yeah,
and that'll affect you.
Yeah, well, you know what it is? You don't have to have everyone like you. You just need to have the certain
There you
right
go.
people like
You said you have to be nice to everybody.
Yeah, I apologize. Let me take that. That
Yeah,
was
yeah. You
because
gotta
I
be
think
decent.
I think you
gotta
should
be decent.
You gotta be decent. I agree with that. I apologize.
What about you, Josh?
What are we talking about?
Sam.
Social and all that shit.
Social media, what you got coming up?
It's Josh Adam Meyers on all social media, spelled Meyers. The website's joshadammeyers.com. I'll be at Skankfest and Just for Laughs.
And where's
in July. Skankfest is in New York.
So cool.
When is this coming out? Do you know when this is coming out? This Monday.
Yeah.
I will be on Thursday. I'll be at not Comedy Magic, Rec Room in Hermosa Beach doing an hour. And
So cool.
Just check.
Can I go with you?
I already got the people. He's coming with me. They wanted an urban comic, so I'm bringing Doo Doo Man.
Actually, no doodle man.
Dude, is he a real guy? I made that up.
It's a comic that has.
Shut the fuck
his
up.
name. Not lying. I'll show you as soon as
Pull
we get
him
offline.
up.
All right.
I know there's a Smokey and a Lil Spank, but
Yeah, just say it like that, man.
because I've appropriated. black
You had a
culture,
little seasoning on it, like little spank.
First of all, dude, I'm from the Washington D.C. area.
Oh, so that
there's a
makes
lot
it
of-
okay.
No, there's not.
It makes it
Street
okay.
cred.
Yep.
I'm from Detroit.
Motherfucker,
I can talk about black
guys,
people.
I own Fear of a Black Planet by Public Enemy, so don't shit on my.
That's your reference point.
But I don't know. I also own Kid and Play, House Party, all 3 soundtracks.
Flavor Flav is in his early 70s.
I know, but Chuck D is still one of the greatest rappers of all time. Just follow me on social media, Josh Adam Meyers. This was fantastic, dude. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. And anything you got coming up? You want to? What about you? You
I
have
just
anything?
I got, what do I have coming up? When does this air? This Monday? Oh, shit. I'll be at the Improv on Friday, May 25th.
Dope.
And then just check out my website, kevinshea.tv for all the dates. I can't remember them now.
When was
I
that?
got one more thing. July 16th at the Roxy, the 4-year anniversary of the goddamn Comedy Jam with
Hey.
Burr, Pete Davidson, and the rest are all special guests. And it's going to be fantastic.
That sounds so awesome.
It's going to be really cool.
Dope, man. It was my pleasure being your host today. I'm comedian Ron G. If you don't mind, please follow me at comedian RONG. Every Sunday I host at the world famous Laugh Factory Chocolate Sundays comedy show, 7 o'clock and a 9:30 show. And I have my first Comedy Central special being aired this fall. And I started filming my TV show, Cousins for Life, on Nickelodeon. Hashtag Cousins for Life. All the details. And I got a movie coming out with Cat Williams, Jay Farrell, and Keke Palmer called 2 Minutes of Fame. So, that being said, man, thank you so much for joining us. Please make sure you follow us at CPU Podcast. Also, we do really dope shows all around the city called Comedy Pop-Up. So, follow us at Comedy Pop-Up LA.
Just at Comedy Pop-Up.
At Comedy Pop-Up, all the shows. And, Paul, we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Don't block your blessing. Yeah.